Hello, I am Paco Garcia and this is the show in which I give you my experience, my intake as a GM, a player or a convention attendee. What drives a story? What drives a game? What can make your session really exciting? Well, today we're going to talk about tension. Welcome to the GMS Academy. Tension is one of the main aspects that drive a story. And with tension, we understand the strain between two opposing forces. But there's a lot more to it than just two opposing forces, because you can have in your game some goblins against some level 20 characters, and those are opposing forces. But that's not necessarily tension. That's not going to get any sense of strain, of anticipation, of uncertainty into how the situation could develop. So, what do we exactly mean with tension? Tension has to have some sort of uncertainty on the result, and failure has to be a real possibility. The harder it is to reach a state of success, the more tension you will get, as long as the result is achievable. What do I mean with this? That if you get your level 1 character against Tiamat, what's the tension there? Tiamat is going to do and get rid of them. There's no tension because there's no uncertainty. We know the certainty is that we're going to die fast and painfully. So that's not tension. That really isn't. But let me tell you an experience that we had recently playing the Tomb of Annihilation, or Annihilation, however you want to pronounce it. And it's the fact that we went, we were already level 8 characters, almost level 9. We're a little bit cocky because we haven't had a bad encounter for quite some while now. We've fought masses of enemies and we've been successful. For the last 5-7 encounters, we've been able to get it done and dusted with without really sweating too much. A scratch here, a bite there. So we were losing tension. Suddenly, we get into this tiny little room. But not all of us managed to get in before the portcullis went down, trapped 2 of our friends inside the room, and 4 clay golems came out and started to really mess us up. They were a lot harder to deal with than most of the enemies that we've managed to defeat in the past. Eventually, we managed to get our friends out of that tiny rooms and those golems vanished. They disappeared. That has created a state of tension in our team because we had to stop playing then. That's created a cliffhanger. And now we have to go back, and this is a room that we have to go through in order to continue with the adventure. It's a bit of a bottleneck. Of course, we could try and find out how to disconnect the trap that summons the golems. But I know my team, I know that we won't be doing that. We'll probably try to fight them somehow. That, my friends, is tension. Because we know that those golems can wipe us off fairly easily, unless we have a very well precise and coordinated attack against them. Yes, we've been able to discuss out of the game how we're going to do it, but whether that's going to have success or not, I have no clue, no idea, because during this time my GM also has been able to plan how he's going to do things and study even better how those clay models, how those clay golems actually work. So that's the tension I'm talking about. We know we have a chance of defeating those animals. But we also know that we have a chance of at least some of the 6 members of the party to die. And none of us want to. That is tension. And that makes things exciting. It truly does, at least for us. So think about tension as this uncertain challenge that can be more or less achievable, but should always be achievable somehow, to make it hard but rewarding when they get there for your players. It can be, well, those 4 golems, it can be a jigsaw puzzle, it can be a mystery, it can be anything. It's just the opposing force. Measure it, gauge it, present it, and enjoy it. Think about how you're going to do that in your next game, and I assure you that you will have some very interested players there and then. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I would love to hear what tension tools you have for your games. Do you have a particular challenge? Do you do something special to add tension to your adventure? When do you do it and when don't you do it? Because I'd love to hear what you have to say. After all, these are all my experiences, but the experiences that count are the collective ones. So do leave me your comments down there. I'd love to hear from you. Remember to subscribe and share this video so everybody can feel and hear the love and hopefully contribute their ideas. Give it a thumbs up or thumbs down if you have enjoyed it. And hopefully I will talk to you very, very soon.